This is Bobby C. reporting from Madison Square Garden, where it may be a new season for the New York Rangers, but the story remains the same. They look like championship contenders again. A 6-game winning streak for the Broadway Blue Shirts as they defeat the Carolina Hurricanes 3-0 on Tuesday night here at MSG. The Rangers have been relentless. They scored 2 goals in the first period to get off to a great start. Here's assistant captain Dan Girardi on the mojo right now for the Broadway Blue Shirts.
We have some good energy. I think we've done a good job of handling days off and practice time, and a few less morning skates to keep the legs rested, and I think that's really helped us this year.
Captain Ryan McDonough added that 3rd goal of the night as the Rangers sealed the deal thanks to McDonough and, of course, the goalie, Henrik Lundqvist.
For the majority of the game, we had good structure, good communication through the neutral zone, able to stand them up and have good gap and get the puck going the other way.
As a team, I think we have so many guys here now for a couple of years that we know what to do. It's just a matter of get yourself to a level where you play your best, and as a group, we understand what to do, and it helps us a lot of nights to trust the system, and then our skill just takes over.
The contributions have come from near and far from the New York Rangers, as it seems like young and old are both stepping up.
Yeah, we have a strong team, 4 lines that can score, 4 lines that can defend, and Hank is playing well. All our demons are playing well too, so it's fun to play right now.
Broadway Blue Shirts are simply en fuego. Derek Burchard, Matt Zuccarello, and Kevin Hayes kept the hot streak alive Thursday night, scoring first-period goals as the Rangers doubled up the St. Louis Blues in a matchup of NHL heavyweights. 6-3 final score. That's 7 straight victories for the Rangers. Up next, they will skate at Ottawa Saturday and then return home Sunday for Toronto. Meanwhile, the Islanders are on the road. They dropped a 2-1 decision in LA last night. The Isles will be in Anaheim today and back in Brooklyn for Arizona on Monday night. The NFL game of the week was Thursday night at MetLife Stadium. The New York Jets taking on former head coach Rex Ryan and his new team, division rival Buffalo. But first, let's take a look at New York's 28-23 win over Jacksonville Sunday.
I made a couple big plays in that drive, and then the momentum shifted for us a little bit and gave us a break. So that was pretty big on Calvin's part.
And I thought he had a great performance today. He did pretty good, and was getting the ball to the receivers, and they were able to make big plays out there.
Basically, I said this before, we came off those 2 losses, and, our mindset coming into this game was to, forget what happened in the past and just move forward. So, that's what we're going to do with the short turnaround. We're just going to go to Buffalo and expect to win that game as well.
It's a tough stretch. It's going to take a lot of mental toughness, 2 games in 9 days, or 2 games in 6 days, however you want to look at it. So, we got to be mentally tough and be able to get past this one and get on.
Sunday's win improved Gangrene to 5-3 and set the stage for a huge game with the Bills last night. The Jets fell behind early but had plenty of chances in the 4th quarter. Turnovers and missed opportunities resulted in a hard-to-swallow 22-17 defeat to Buffalo and a giddy Ryan. We go back inside the locker room for more.
Yeah, it's disappointing. You go out there, hard-fought battle, and, just not being able to finish it out, it's tough.
Well, I don't think today was such an opportunity thing. We had a lot of turnovers. I think we had 3 turnovers in the first half. It's tough for any team to come back from that. We were down almost 20 points at one point, so we battled and fought back, but it's very hard to overcome, big-time negative plays like that.
Thursday's game was the most significant of the week with regards to postseason impact. The Bills put themselves in favorable position for the playoffs. They, too, are now 5-4. Jets defensive end Sheldon Richardson said the team was far too sloppy and didn't play well enough to best Buffalo on Thursday night. On a bright spot for Jets quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick, the Harvard alum set the NFL record for most touchdown passes by an Ivy Leaguer with 138 as he hit wideout Eric Decker to pull the Jets within 22-17 midway through the 4th. Fitzpatrick, who has been battling a bad thumb injury, has played great. He will have thumb surgery today and doesn't expect to miss any games. The New York Giants, like the Jets, are 5-4. They defeated Tampa Bay handily 32-18 last Sunday. However, the stakes are far bar higher and much more demanding this Sunday as the undefeated New England Patriots are coming to town. That sounds a little familiar for Giant fans. Kickoff is set for 4:25 p.m., and that's where our BronxNet cameras will turn. It's Manning versus Brady once again. Time for some quick hitters. Fordham football is 8-2 and should be postseason bound. The Rams finished the regular season in D.C. with Georgetown this weekend. Another nice season at Rose Hill. Our local fans have to be excited for the return of college basketball, too. In 1 week, the 2K Classic featuring Powerhouse Duke will take center stage at the Garden. Iona, Fordham, and Manhattan Hoops is also ready to get the ball rolling. In Riverdale, the Jaspers have added a new look to their hardwood floor, a vibrant green. Former Yankee World Series MVP Scott Brocious is the new hitting coach for Seattle's AAA team. The Bronx Bombers made a nice trade this week as well, acquiring young up-and-coming outfielder Aaron Hicks from Minnesota in exchange for catcher John Ryan Murphy. Hicks is a switch hitter that said in a conference call with media that baseball great Rod Carew convinced him to return to switch hitting. He had his best year in the majors last season. Yanks GM Brian Cashman sees Hicks as a future starter, perhaps in center field. Yankees starting catcher Brian McCann is the American League Silver Slugger winner behind the plate for the best hitting catcher in the American League. On the NBA hardwood, the Brooklyn Nets earned their first win of the season earlier in the week, defeating the Rockets in Houston. They will continue their West Coast swing this weekend with stops in Sacramento and Golden State. As for the Knicks, rookie star Kristaps Porzingis continued his terrific start. He nearly nailed a game-winning three Wednesday in Charlotte, but he just missed the buzzer. The Knicks are 2-2 over their last four and are home this weekend. Tonight, they will face LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavs at the Garden. Sunday afternoon, Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans at MSG. And on a final sports roundup note, our condolences to the family of former Knicks second-round pick Michael Wright, who was found dead in Brooklyn. Reports say that the former Arizona Wildcat star was murdered. Investigators are still trying to piece it together. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for a funny nugget from Thursday night's big game in the NFL. If you watched last night, you probably saw the really cool Jet jerseys and helmets. Buffalo was decked out in all red, while the Jets gave new meaning to the phrase gang green. While I love the uniforms, apparently colorblind people across the U.S. were having a hard time. The unis were part of the NFL's new campaign, the Color Rush. It will cover 4 Thursday night games between now and the end of the season. Instead of one team wearing a dark jersey and the other white, as the league traditionally wears, both teams will wear primary colors of their alternate third uniform. Colorblind fans couldn't decipher between the Jets and the Bills. Red-green colorblindness is the most common. Some NFL fans on Twitter said the Jet and Bill players looked green to them, a view exacerbated by the green turf at MetLife. I'm pretty sure many non-colorblind Jet fans wish they just couldn't see the game at all. Tough loss for the Jets. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. Still plenty of season to go, though, Jet fans. Hang on. 5-4. Hang on. Stay tuned. More Open coming back after this.